Hi guys, I hope you're all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this week's Facebook card reveals for you all. So, if you were drawn to card 1, we're going into the energy of the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles is a very lucrative card. It's usually about expansion, success. It's usually like a step up the ladder in some way or some role. Often it comes in when it's wanting to celebrate changes that are happening from a financial space, but it's also about completion of things. So if you look in this kind of card, we've got this kind of tapestry that this sort of team of people have been working and putting together, and it's almost like everything's starting to come good. You're getting to this sort of, you know, the end results, the finished article of something. So everything that you've been putting your hard work, your creativity, your endeavors into is all starting to be recognized. It's all starting to be celebrated as things start to near completion. But from a more traditional sort of space, this is often this card comes about if perhaps you are going through a job change. Perhaps you've just recently applied for a job and you could be stepping up the ladder. It could be some of you are embarking on a promotion or new projects or new ideas. It's all about connections, really. It could be for some of you, you're making that break from being sort of in an employment to starting to go off and do your own thing, setting up your own business or your own company in something. But it's all about positive progression. Now, usually this also celebrates and recognises financial successes. So if money has been a little bit hindered, or how you perhaps use your finances, if things have been a bit limited, everything's going to start to evolve, everything's going to start to improve around you for the better. So stay focused on your hopes, your dreams, your ideas, even if at times they've been a bit trying or a bit testing, because everything's coming good. To give you an example of how this card can work, like my books is a classic example. So obviously there was a process to my book writing and everything, and you know, it's been quite kind of complicated and everything else, and it's only been in this last couple of months that my Spirit Magic book, even though that was released about a year ago now, or however long ago it was, my Spirit Magic book is really starting to get noticed. It's really starting to get kind of credit now, and people are really recognizing that that's a book that can really help them in all aspects of their kind of mediumship and their psychic and spiritual development. But it was written a while ago, and it's only really now I'm starting to see the rewards, the benefits of it. You know, the other two books have, you know, have been quite sort of successful, but that one's taken a bit longer to sort of actually be recognised and to sort of peak, but now it's actually starting to be the most favoured of all three of my books. So things have a time and a space, and you know, like with the tapestry in this card, it wasn't sort of something that was created instantly. It took some time, it took some dedication, it took some love, but it's worth going through, it's worth the journey, because the end results that it can bring and it can offer are worth the brief frustrations or pains or anxieties to get to sort of what you want. So really, if you've been drawn to this card, if you feel like, you know, it's taken a long time to get the recognition or to get to the level that you're wanting to be on, stay focused, because it's maturing, it's growing, it's all available for you now. It's coming in for you guys. Now then, if you've been drawn to card 2, we're going into the energy of the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is a really cool card. It's a really lovely card. It's feeling contented, it's feeling blessed, it's feeling really happy and really connected with your life from an emotional space. It's having the right people in your world. Now, this could be children, like the card suggests. It could be romantic connections, partners, friends and family that just add purpose and value. It's just a really important time to feel blessed and to sort of feel alive, really, with the people that you hold kind of dear to your heart. Not just obviously the physical people, but for a lot of people as well, animals. Like today, me and Oski went for a lovely sort of walk, and it was just a really, really good walk. You know, there was no drama, there was no silliness, there was no other dogs to avoid. It was just a really, really good walk, and I just felt so connected, and I thought, I'm really lucky to be able to sort of do this with my boys, sort of thing. And for some people, they would find that really boring and really like a chore, but because it was so lovely and we just had the chance to sort of connect properly, it was just a lovely sort of bit of connection. And it's the thing, isn't it? It's being able to detach and switch off the materialistic side of life and all of these pressures that we're up against, and really focus on the people, the experiences, the love that's around you, because the love is the the energy that we all need to be feeding into so much more. It's great to have experiences, it's sometimes great to have physical things of what we've been working hard to invest in and to sort of receive, but all of that stuff is irrelevant. None of that stuff is what we take with us in the next life. What we take with us in the next life is the celebrations, the connections, the blessings, and the memory makings of everything. So this is an important time to make memories with your loved ones, with the people that matter. You might not feel completely successful in a materialistic way, but it's being very successful, very blessed in a heart-based way. Okay, so it's focusing on the connections, the people that you share your world with, the great people that are in your life, and just realizing that those are some of the treasures of the earth, and hold tight to those connections, hold tight to those things, because unfortunately there will come a point in time for all of us where at some point in our life transitions will happen in some way and we won't get that connection time again. It's like obviously with my little boy Oski, my little dog boy Oski, I know that there'll come a point in time when he will eventually, not yet, but in times to come, he will transition over the Rainbow Bridge, and I don't know now how my life will ever be without him in it. I know I'll have to explore that, and there will come a point in time when that will be a reality, but I don't want to have to think about it yet, because we've got hopefully so much time still together. So it's just remembering to focus on the magic, the blessings, the connections you still have, and really, really celebrate it for as long as it's available for you. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. It's a very important time to really celebrate family. Obviously with winter solstice and Christmas coming up, it's often a time that brings people together, but not everybody likes the energies of that, and for some people it's not always a happy time period, so it's really, really important to celebrate what's available right now, today. Okay, as we're going into the final card, we're going into the we're going into card 3, but we're going into the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a time for you to set yourself free from limitations, from criticism, from anything or anyone that might be holding you back. And Page of Wands is all about weaving and spell casting, creating a world that you want to be part of, that you want to be living in, and really celebrating and harnessing your own magic. So she's kind of like thrown her wand up in the air, and she's sort of singing and dancing, and then around her there's all this sort of open land, there's all this freedom, and she's invested, she's really sort of put her energy into something. Sometimes with this kind of card, when it shows, it can feel like you've done all the groundwork, all the sort of planting of seeds, and you're in a bit of that waiting game, that limbo land energy. And this is why the wand is above her. She's trying to reach for it, but she can't quite grab it just yet, because things are a little bit out of her control. Usually this card indicates that perhaps you've been waiting for news of some kind. So it could be around a job, it could be around a house, it could be around anything really. It could be that you're waiting for something, and it's all a little bit in limbo land until you get that sort of final piece of the puzzle. But what's really important here is, whilst you're waiting for these perhaps changes around you, don't lose your head, don't overcomplicate things, still continue to stay in your power, to celebrate your truth, and to keep shining your light. So even though she feels like she can't quite pull the wand and sort of use it and hold it, there's all this energy around the wand, so everything is starting to flow, everything is starting to flourish. So when it falls low enough for her to catch and to grab, she can then weave and spellcast her own success, her own fortune, and she can break away from the conditioning systems and the structures, the pressures of how other people expect or want her to be. She can just do her own thing. This is a really important time to start to really invest in you. So if you feel a bit kind of out of sorts, or if you feel like there must be more to life than just what you're experiencing, give yourself permission to venture forward. Give yourself permission to go a bit deeper with the energies and explore what you could really be harnessing and turning your magic or your power to, because it's all available, it's all obtainable if you want it to be. Trust, believe, receive. That's the key message coming in for you with this card at the moment. So I hope you can make sense of these. Going to leave them with you. Stay safe, stay well, have an amazing week, guys, and I'll catch up with some of you lovelies very soon. Don't forget, on Sunday I am going to be at the Castle Combe Bardware Elder Hawk Fair, Spirit Fair. It's like a holistic mind, body and spirit fair. You can catch me there. I'm fully booked for readings, but come along anyway because it's going to be a fabulous day. Mum will be there with her stall, so it's a great time if you want to get last minute Christmas presents for people or little treats for yourself or whatever you might want to indulge in. Going to be a great day. There are some fabulous people there. It's a free entry event and it's on from 11 till 4 o'clock. So if you're free and if you're stuck for something to do this Sunday, do come along. It's at the Castle Combe Saxon Hall at the golf club. It'd be great to see as many of you lovelies there as possible. Take care. Catch you soon. Bye.